Hello everyone, welcome to Trails into Gaming. Hope you're having a good day today. Let's just get this out of the way. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe, and if you're watching this on Twitch, hit me and put a follow. If you're already following, I appreciate the support. Now let's get going. Also, I'm going to apologize in advance for all the background noise. It's the end of Blizzard 2026. The first one anyway, and there's a lot of background noise. The filters will only do so much, so what can I do? But the show must go on.
Briefing comes to us straight from the Tyrell Times. Recently formed idol group Vega has been guarded.
Let's see what to do.
Let's do this.
What's next?
It's Van and the rest of Arkwright Solutions. Thank goodness. He really came. We know kind of, but I'm not sure we've met. You're the one who made the request, I'm guessing. Yes, I'm Allison, with the Creale Reconstruction Fund. Would you please hear me out? Hold a hot sec. You're telling us that all of the mirror of the Reconstruction Fund has vanished? Judith, you're shouting. Yeah, they literally just told us this in confidentiality. This is confidential. Not that this isn't wild. I'm embarrassed to admit it. The Creole Reconstruction Fund was established to help mourn and rebuild Creale village after Armada blew it up, right? Yeah, it was a real tragedy. The fund received tons of donations and assistance from both inside and outside the country. In addition to managing all the mirror, the fund's been providing reparations and bereaved families and negotiating with the government. If I recall correctly, the donations they collected totaled more than 5 million mirror in cash alone. And it was all stolen this morning? Yeah, allow me to explain the order of events. First of all, I'm going to be interviewed next week as one of the bereaved for a piece on Creale Village. I wanted to look into something related to that, so I went to the Reconstruction Fund's office this morning. When I got there, the staff were in an uproar. Every mirror of the donations had been in the safe was gone, and so was the representative. Even the representative? It's hard to believe, but could they have made off with the donations? I don't know. Mr. Mert, the representative, doesn't seem like the kind of man who would do such a thing. Still, we haven't been able to contact him since this morning. The staff members have even split up to look for him. Kaina and I just checked the fund's account at the Bank of Edith's main branch, fearing the worst. Isn't that where you keep the substantial contributions from the different businesses and foreign organizations? Wait, don't tell me. The entire account was withdrawn yesterday, but by Mr. Merton himself. Then, it'd be easy to think he's guilty, no doubt about it. But something tells me the head of Arkwright Solutions here disagrees. Forget me. Even the client doesn't even seem convinced. I take it this Merton fellow isn't the kind of person who'd do something like that, right? Right. Both Lashkar and I owe him a lot. He really is a good person. He even donated most of his own money to the fund. He was originally the chairman of the Vichy County Agricultural Association. He's beloved for his sincerity, but his sister married a man from Creale Village, and she... I see. So Merton is mourning a family member too. He's been giving his all for the sake of the survivors ever since. Which is why when it came to choose a representative, we recommended Merton. We trusted him to coordinate everything. Is that so? He seems to be a wonderful person. I wonder what happened. He must have had a reason, right? No one knows for sure. It's just the past couple of days, he seemed a little absent-minded. It's certainly possible that he was in some sort of debt. Sounds like you've got a real scandal on your hands. That's why it kinda referred me to you guys. Please, can you bring our representative back without word getting out? I can't overlook something this big involving Kriel. Alright, we're officially taking this on. We can't let someone disrespect a tragedy like this. Right, especially not since we have our own connection to it. I've had my hands in donations and charities too, so I can't ignore something like this. You can count on my full support. Thank you very much. I'm so relieved. I know you'll be able to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, you sure have a lot of faith in us. But how are you gonna find this guy? What do you guys think? Well, first I'd ask if they have any idea where the representative might have gone. Our staff have been checking everywhere we can think of this morning, but with no luck. We've only managed to confirm that he dropped by the bank's main branch yesterday and that he left his house this morning. In that case, the only thing I can think of he took the mirror and went underground. It's a natural assumption anyway. Underground? Yeah, he does seem to have a large social circle. I wouldn't be surprised if he had connections to the underside of the city. Like, say, the Blacklight District. You mean the capital's 13th district? Quite literally underground. It's possible. Since we've come this far, might it be fast just to head over there? Yeah, let's take a look. You don't mind if we handle things, do you? It'd be better if there wasn't a big fuss about it. Please do. I'll head back to the office then and let everyone know about the situation. Counting on you to find Mr. Merton.
You have my support, Mr. Arkwright. Let's be on our way.
Haven't seen you around. Why?
Come again soon.
Pleasure doing business with you. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please stop by again.
Do me a favor and decide already. Come back whenever you like.
Already set to
What are you looking
Space programs. Hell did he run off to?
If this isn't enough, then I won't be able to. Got a moment? I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Are you Mr. Merton by any chance? Who are all of you? The representative appeared frightened, but Van and the others were able to calm him down as they asked about the situation. Apparently, he came to this area to visit an old benefactor. An old benefactor? They're not a debt collector or anything, right? No, of course not. She always treated me well and helped me countless times. Though she does tell me off on occasion. She can be quite a demon, but just who can be what now? You're the old lady. Are you telling me? It's been so long. Please, I need your help. You've got yourself into trouble, huh, Martin? Let's hear it and make sure the Spriggan hears you out too. I see. So it's not that you're making off with the donations. It's that you're scammed out of all the mirror. Have I got that right? You're exactly right. I'm ashamed to admit. I'm such a fool. How could I let this happen? Is it really that easy to cheat someone out of that much money? I do wonder, do you think you could tell us what happened? Yes, of course. It all started 2 days ago when a man visited the office. At the time, there weren't any other members of staff around, so I handled him. He came to be an inspector from the Department of Justice's Legal Entity Supervisory Board and accused us of donation fraud. Donation fraud? That's when you solicit donations under false pretenses and then take the mirror for yourself? Correct. It was an outrageous accusation, but I had no evidence to deny it. Legally speaking, we're required to precisely report our fundraising guidelines and the amount of donations collected to the government. The inspector accused us of neglecting to do so, and intentionally no less. And since you were originally part of the Agricultural Association, you weren't familiar with the laws and expectations of this sector. Just so. Because I was the chairman of that association, with both social status and the public's sympathies, I'm sure you'd be elected if you used that mirror to run for office. I would never. I assure you, we're innocent. If it's a report you need, I'll prepare one right away. The Reconstruction Fund always keeps exact records of both cash and wire transfer donations, so I submitted the report right then and there. Then he suspected us of money laundering. If we handle this now, it won't be made public. You only need to respond in good faith. I didn't have a choice. I couldn't let my failings cause all of the bereaved families to needlessly worry. So I converted all the donations into cash in secret. And you handed them over to the inspector? Yes. He even had 2 police officers with him when I delivered the money yesterday. I submitted the mirror alongside the report and requested the inspection. At which point, they presented me with a receipt that had the Department of Justice's official seal on it. Of course I trusted them. But as time went on, something started to feel out of place, yes? Yeah, they felt unsettled in a way I couldn't put into words. Which is why last night I spoke to someone at the Department of Justice about it. He said there was no Legal Entity Supervisory Board. Yeah, it does sound pretty fake. When I heard that, I fell right out of my chair. Let me guess, the attaché case you're carrying as your life insurance papers and land deed. Because for some reason you were trying to make up for your mistakes on your own. Am I right? Aren't I? You're a blithering idiot. Miss Jin, I'm truly sorry. But at the last second, your face flashed through my mind. Look how spineless I am. Mr. Merton, please keep your spirits up. We'll get to the bottom of this. Yeah, how can we give up after what you just told us? Well, the request was to get you and the donations back, which means all that's left is to take the scammer to task. Thank you so much, all of you. I'm counting on you. But just how in the world are you going to fix this? That's the question of the day, isn't it? It's actually a pretty well thought out scheme. Almost anybody would be deceived by this sort of trick. Not really. Yeah, making people uneasy or scamming them out of their mirror is a common trick. I mean, but if he knew he didn't do anything, why is he just gonna believe this guy? Oh, you're not you don't have any records. Oh, you're fake. But if he knows he's not, then it's like, it's weird. But if you can actually pull it off this well, and seeing as he went after donations, mirror that's hard to track. It's clear that it ain't his first rodeo. If it's already been transferred to some illicit bank account, there's not much we can. I'm looking into that. Huh? Got a lot of pull, alright. I've been reviewing transactions between questionable accounts. There's no evidence of any big transfers either today or yesterday. The criminal must still have the cash. Is that really something you can just look into? Yeah, no, not unless the right people help of their own free will. Somehow it feels like I'm looking at my Grammy. Anyway, if that's true, there's still a chance we can get it back. Really? We're so close, we just need to figure out how. In that case, how about we say there was some undeclared income? Undeclared income, so we'll claim that there was a deficiency in the amount that was reported yesterday? Tacking out more would definitely reel them in. I'll give it a shot. Merton sent an orb mail to the man claiming to be an inspector, telling him about a large quantity of undisclosed income. Not long after, he received a call from a private number to confirm it. On the advice of the nearby Vanning crew, he made arrangements for an immediate supplemental application. After the call, they discussed strategy once more. You've got the bait. Don't screw this up, Spriggan. You hear? Don't worry, we got this. The designated location was Station Street, yeah? Right, the fake inspector should be there. Let's head over when we're ready. To begin the operation, speak to the Representative Merton. It's almost the appointed time. I'm counting on you. Alright, let's begin. We can't let it end like this. Time to get to work. Will this even work? I just have to believe in them. Right on time. Very sorry for contacting you out of the blue. I appreciate you making the time. There's no problem. The issue is actually the fact that you had such a large amount of undeclared income. Such a mistake should by all rights make you subject to penalties. Did the gravity of our inspection escape you? I'm truly sorry, it's just we received a sizable donation about 3 days ago. One of our staff members made a mistake, which caused a delay in it being entered into our records. You said it was 2 million mirror, didn't you? Consider it safely secured. Here's the paperwork, and please sign the proof of receipt as well. Right? Representative Merton signed the papers. What is it? Never mind. Thank you for handling this. Of course, we'll be in touch on a later date with the results. Until then, I suggest you refrain from doing anything that would stand out. Right, that's our cue. Shall we play a fun little game of tag? It sounds kind of disturbing when you say it like that. Anyway, let's follow that inspector carefully so that he doesn't notice us. Something about this is bugging me, but what? Yeah, what are you doing, Aaron? I mean, granted, you probably can't see him, but don't mind me, sir. Just being sneaky.
Independence 2 is 70 arge long. It has more than 100 times the thrust and max speed of your average airship. It's bound to be the most exciting ride in history.
It's funny, like the hiding spot right next to that guy, so it's like, don't mind me, I'm not doing nothing.
Maybe I'll blow you all a kiss while I'm up there. Calvert's Project Startaker is nearing its conclusion at last. Let's reach for a new frontier together. Check out these brand
Good thing this guy has no peripheral vision.
And with cutting-edge tech inside, I can hit the net anytime, anywhere. It's the perfect device to watch the launch from. What did you say?
Oh shit, he's running.
Now on sale. Connect with the universe.
Project Startaker. Just lose your mind.
That was weird, he just started running out of nowhere and then stopped. I wish they'd show me like the hiding spot in front of me so I could know like when to go. Cause I remember like in the previous game, like it was weird where like if they got too far away from you, even if you could still see them, you'd fail.
Search time.
And I don't want that to happen, so... He's gonna go down that alley, because that's what alleys are for.
Now where? Search time.
Oh, now you're talking. That's the additional Million Mirror, right? Didn't even notice us pretend to be police this time, huh? But we'll still be getting our proper cut, right, boss? Keep it down. Just stick with me, and I guarantee you'll be successful in the future. You're sure full of yourself, but hey, since you're so generous, I'll overlook it. Aha, so the people playing dress up were hires. Was I wrong about this guy? Huh? Who the heck are you guys? Thought they'd be a little more professional too. Guess I've overestimated them, huh? The fact it's just a bunch of smucks is actually pretty irritating. There are things you should and shouldn't do. Come on, give yourselves up already. You're the boss, huh? Why do I feel like I've seen you somewhere before? Oh, now that you mention it. Wait, 3 men in disguise, could it be? Looks like my hunch was right on the money. You're one of the 3 Devonsey brothers who've been committing fraud all over the place. The youngest one, right? Eh. Really is always you, Spriggan. You always seem to have a difficult time when you run into us. The other 2 are just hired hands though, right? Makes you wonder why the other brothers haven't shown up. You're right, considering how cocky he's acting, it seems like there's something else going on. Not that it matters, let's tie him up. Yeah, and I take back what I said earlier. You've got an interesting vibe. The hell are you babbling on about? Actually, this works out perfectly. Maybe I'll test this power on all of you. What? Is this the same as that monster last night? It even affected them. Now get them, you 2. Don't be afraid, we can take them down one at a time. Let's begin.
Let me chip in.
Cypher, activate. Let's party!
Activating skill.
By the heavens. Pierce!
Got your back.
My head. Go all in on him.
I leave the rest to you. I'm on the scene.
Got your back.
Keep it up. It's working.
I've got you covered.
Too late. You're toast.
Let me chip it.
Got you covered.
Brace yourself. Vandalize! Ray!
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Son of a...
Let me chip it.
This guy's still standing.
I'm out.
Taking
Let me chip it.
Time to go on.
After you. Get set for the taking.
Boy, you sure gave us a hard time. Still, they don't usually fight back this much. It's a little different from the corrosion back in the beginning of spring. If anything, I'd say it's more of a physical contamination. Yeah, it feels like she's got her own ideas about this. What the? Ugh. I won't allow it. Wahahaha. What? Such power. They better make it in time. This is better than I imagined, so this is power unleashed. With this, my superior intelligence. Ugh, what the hell was that? Doesn't matter. I'm invincible. There's nothing I can't achieve. Not so fast. Sorry, but this road is closed, and we're A and B ranks, so I don't think you can just force your way through. Nice timing. Of course, it was thanks to you we were able to coordinate. This guy seems pretty creepy, but we got him. Did you succeed? Merton and Allison came too, huh? You better stay behind me. You look like you've seen better days. Maybe all the power has taken its toll. You're under arrest for being caught in the act of fraud, larceny, and forgery of official documents. I suggest you surrender quietly. Whatever do you mean? I'm invincible now. I don't fit your little framework. Get it? I'm taking my revenge. I'll crush all goodwill and social etiquette under my heel. Get any closer, and I'll have to use this. What are you saying? This guy's taking himself hostage? You braces are so concerned with human life, you'll never be able to touch me. I'm ready for you anytime, you know. Why even if I die, I only have to wait for the new dawn. Ugh. He's lost his mind. Get real. Kinda. All this talk about revenge and invincible, give me a break. You just do whatever you please until things get inconvenient, then you run away. Does your life really mean so little to you? Someone like you will never be strong, no matter what kind of power you have. Sure, life is hard, and so many unfair, unreasonable, awful things happen every single day. But in spite of all that, I can't throw my life away, even more so now that there's someone by my side. That's why I need to live as full a life as I can, for my family, for my supervisor, for everyone in the village who's no longer with us. If you're going to trample all over my feelings along with the Mira, then at least be honest with yourself and figure out who you even are. Who I am? Damn right. Looks like you've already forgotten. You're the youngest brother. Damn, the Spriggan. Should I hold off on forcing my way in there? Yeah, besides, it seems like Kaina's got things all but wrapped up. Then, the final key to bringing this guy down is... It's pretty impressive you managed to do something this bad and even try to twist the guild around your little finger. But it's ironic that in the end, you lost sight of what you valued the most. What did you say? You have brothers who are important to you. The three of you always acted together. We have been scoundrels, but it's true. You always worked as a group. I'll be the first to say you're annoying, but you're not you if you don't come as a set. What about your big brothers? Don't you think they're worried about you? Big brothers? What am I? He fainted? Yes, I'm sure the burden on his mind and body was just too much. Though it looks like the contamination at least has gone away. Guess he recovered on his own in the end. Do you fixers usually negotiate to resolve that kind of situation? Anyway, with this, the job's done. We've caught all the culprits. The mirror is safe. Hooray! Phew, I'm so thankful. Did you hear that, Mr. Merton? They solved it. Yes, I don't know what to say. I thought there was no way out of this, but the solution was there this whole time. Thank you, Arkwright Solutions. The Crown Reconstruction Fund is in your debt. Thus, the scandal involving Cryell Reconstruction successfully came to an end. The youngest Devonsey brothers' memory was still fuzzy, and the few mysteries still remained. But he promised to continue to cooperate with the Guild's investigation into the source of the strange power.
That's a wrap.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Oh, sweet. I got 1 point and everything. I wasn't sure what to choose there, because like I wouldn't know where they would go, but I think I made the right choice regardless, because it just made sense.
Off we go.
Hey there.
Let's have a look.
Street.
What's it gonna be? Later.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Their family.
Have your eye on anything in particular?
Potato salad sandwich.
Thank you very much.
It's so lively.
Hey, hey! Welcome!
Tiger's brought all his made men over. Is there a turf war going on or something? Where did you learn those words, Peggy? Well, never mind that. Seems to me like they're demanding more fish than usual today. Maybe they're having a party. Come on, Dad, let's shell out for them. Fine, fine, whatever you say.
What'll it be? Thank you.
They're as fresh as can be. Woohoo! Thank you!
Whew, I'm stuffed. Love me a sugar rush. Love me a sugar rush. I'm stuffed. Whew, I'm stuffed. Whew, I'm stuffed.
Doesn't the Cinder Marche have?
I need a taco that can blow Shino's bar way out of the water, but the ideas just aren't coming to me. How hard can it be to come up with a culmination of my whole life's work? Come on, brain, think. How fitting that it's pouring at a time like this, and I'm drowning in a sea of culinary quandary. This lady just opened up her own stall after leaving the taco place. She's the one who loves all those weird combinations, right? That's one hell of a funk she's in. Yep, she's unilaterally labeled Shino as our business rival and has been the pendulum swinging from happy to anxious ever since. She seems to be at something of an impasse. Maybe we should try talking with her. Hey, my distress isn't some spectacle for your personal amusement. If you're gonna stand there flapping your mouth, then buy some goddamn tacos. Or if you got something to say, then say it. Okay, we'll admit, we were curious what's up with you. Still, running face first into a brick wall is totally normal, no matter what you're trying to do. Instead of stressing yourself silly, why don't you think it'd be a good idea to shift gears and try something else for a bit? If I could do that, I wouldn't be stressing myself out. Wait, hold up. I've heard about you guys from Gordon. You're those odd jobbers that help people who were in a fix. Then perhaps it was the work of fate that you overheard my cries of misery. Okay, it's settled. You're gonna help me. Could you find some hints that will light a path in my brain of the creation of the ultimate taco? Someone's awfully pushy, but I get it. Artists like her have this natural inclination to obsess over their work. Somehow I get the feeling it might be fun going along with this. Since you look like you're working your heart out and aiming for the top, I want to help however I can. If that's how you guys feel, I don't mind taking this on. Then it's settled. All I need is just a hint of what direction you're going, and then I feel like I'll be able to whip up something incredible. Maybe you could solicit opinions as a reference point. If you could do that, the door to the ultimate taco will be swung open. Is that a fact? In that case, I'll need to figure out who to ask. We should discount the perspectives of picky chefs and food sellers. There are also foodies who go around trying different menu items in various restaurants. Oh, maybe my classmate Edmund would be a good choice. I could see him being in the most unexpected of places searching for a new restaurant. But maybe we could still find him?
Let's get this party started.
Let's do this.
Welcome!
Never tasted a dessert this.
Oh, Judith. Good morning, Judith, everyone. Mom, why are you and Nina here? Oh, Odette is with you too. Hey, that's right. We all ran into each other when we made a stop here before heading to the subway. Odette and I got to know each other at Arbor's Academy Festival. Oh right, you two had a blast with the stage costumes together. Yep, that's not all. I'm still completely in awe of the fact that she's with the Chloe Lanster, the actress extraordinaire. I've been watching so many old recordings of the stage productions, so I can't tell how honored I can tell you how honored I was to see you. Why, thank you. I never thought I'd meet such a young fan at a place like this. Oh right, they were doing a stage show revival not too long ago. She's probably still more popular than her daughter, don't you think? You shut your trap. Of course, even if she is retired, her aura is overwhelming. Come to think of it, you did say you were wrapping up the stage direction for Gloria La Revue. I guess with you leaving the capital after today, now's the time to finish things up, huh? Yes, that's right. We decided to meet here at Nina's suggestion, since she thought the higher elevation would be helpful. Exactly, the atmosphere here sort of resembles the small hill in Oracion. The sky color of thin ink, like a light rain-like fog. The world is beautiful, so why am I alive? It's only by chance, but it perfectly suits the second act of the play. That was good stuff. Sounds like you're already in character. That was a scene where Sheena looks out over the capital and despairs, following her escape from the Baratier prison. Yeah, it looks like that scene is really coming to life. Jeez, I can't even compare. Wow, I'm definitely going to see it. Gloria La Revue. Didn't you see it yesterday on Yes? I'm so jealous. I only got to see part of it. I really wish we could have seen it from the start. I'm looking forward to watching the whole thing. Come on, I already said I was sorry. Oh dear. Alright then, Nina, let's go to the next act. And we'd appreciate the continued feedback, Odette. There's value in an audience's point of view. Are you sure? I knew I should have called Chignon. Alright, then let's take it from Act 3, starting on page 58.
I've never tasted dessert this good.
Let's roll, gang.
Yay! I get to go shopping with Mommy!
Maybe we should start studying astronomy.
Oh, that movie was the shit, man.
Its doors shortly. Ticket holders, please proceed to the entrance.
Hold on. Isn't today the student tennis tournament? I'm pretty sure Armis is participating, but Ramaferi and LeBurl are just way too good at tennis. Yeah, I bet both Arden First High School and Janus Royal Academy are going to be the top this year. Of course, Thor's Tennis Club has been rising through the ranks too. They'll definitely be leaving their mark on the competition. Really? Well, that's exciting. School tennis tournament, huh? I wonder if the bookie's taking bets.
Proceed to the entrance.
In terms of major film distributors, you have United Star, Orion Films, Kowloon Pictures. These days, even Vegas Films, whose numerous hits have helped them gain in popularity. Their rankings in the box office shift every year, so it's actually exciting to keep tabs on things. Perhaps the Republic's film culture has blown up like this in part because these companies have been vying for the top.
Thank
Welcome.
you for your visit today. Screen 1 will be opening its doors shortly. Ticket holders,
Now, who should I invite with
proceed
me?
to the entrance.
A young man named Gil took on a mountain of debt by co-signing a loan with his best friend who he trusted more than anyone, but it had all been a ruse. The amount was far more than he could ever hope to pay back, but just as he'd fallen into despair, he stumbled upon a possibility. Gil received an invite from an unknown sender to a game show with a massive payout. But this competition was a twisted one, where the participants were forced to cast aside their dignity and risk life and limb for money. Despite being put on parade like an animal for the event's wealthy hosts, Gil managed to claim victory after victory. That was largely thanks to another young man named Adam, with whom he had cooperated and come to trust deeply over the course of several games. Although their reasons for getting involved in the games differed, they shared a common bond and quickly became friends. Eventually, Gil and Adam were forced to confront the climax of the event, Hell's Seesaw.
Looks like 55 Degrees is up next. The incline on Hell's Seesaw is getting really steep now. Oh, and we're losing players left and right, with many of our contestants dropping out in every sense of the word.
Just a little longer, Gil. Hang in there. As long as we get that mirror home, we win in the end. I know. You think I'd lose after having gotten this far? Just 3 more games. Just 3 more games, and then I can settle the score. That's the spirit, Gil. Grab on! Huh? Adam, what are you doing? It's going to take every single mirror in the prize pool to pay for my little sister's surgery.
Oh ho! An unexpected betrayal this late in the game? Does that mean the trust between them was just a clever ruse?
I hate to have it end this way, but I'm winning this alone. I'm sorry. Adam? Was this your plan right from the start? Ugh! Just you wait! I swear one day I'll get you back for this!
Game that exposes people's cruel natures as they lie and stab each other in the backs for mirror. If I had to put my feelings into words, I'd say the movie gave me chills. It almost reminded me of last year's Death Game. Well, I don't know if I'd say it was quite as depraved as that whole mess, but still, it sure ain't the kind of thing you'd want to get yourself mixed up in at any rate. Only reason we can sit here and enjoy this is because we know it's just a movie. True, I guess just being a step removed from all the tragedies happening to the characters is what lets us enjoy this sort of guilty pleasure. We set the game to play out from a bird's eye view and relish the spectacle, just like the host and the spectators. Yeah. Once you realize that's the perspective you're watching through, guilty pleasure is definitely the way to put it. Betrayals, contests of endurance, all the games in that movie looked so fun. If there really was a tournament like that where you could earn oodles of cash for winning, I might give it a try. Knowing you, you'd probably win the whole thing even without trying. With your unclouded eye, you would give you a serious edge in the mind games and battle of wits and all that. Would you really end up having any fun if you just steamrolled the competition like that? True, well, if I couldn't have any fun, then I'd just spoil everyone else's. I bet if I brought everything crashing down on the masterminds and audience's heads, their devastated expressions would be priceless. Sounds like you're ready to steal the role as the villains for yourself.
Welcome.
Thank you for your visit today.
Yeah, I think I've done all these, but I want to get the points.
Ticket holders, please proceed to the entrance. Follow a nun and a young boy's journey through the wilderness. Sacred Journey. See the movie critics are raving about. Now in theaters.
What's a lady of the cloth doing out here all by herself? You lost, sister.
Yeah, not to toot my own horn, but I think I did pretty darn good. I don't get many chances to play a character like that, so I'm proud of how it all turned out. Definitely was a change of pace from the usual 110% Judith roles you get cast in, that's for sure. Between those powerful monologues and devout prayer scenes, it was refreshing to see that kind of performance from you. That said though, it was your yells and combat scenes that impressed me the most. I could really feel the righteous indignation. Without a doubt, that was something only you could bring to the table. Thanks. I really wanted to go all out when it came to representing justice and principles that can't be compromised. I think that was me putting a little of myself into the role. Though now I'm kind of having second thoughts about whether it fit the character. Nah, I'd say it fit just fine. In fact, despite how it might have seemed at first, I'd say a role like that suits you perfectly. For real? Well, I'm glad you think so. Also, I'm starting to realize just how much Judith takes after her grandma. With the gravitas she brought to some of those scenes, it was like I was looking at a young Dominique Lanster. Rough and tumble, yet righteous traveling sister with battle-scarred face. She definitely reminded me of a few women I'm well acquainted with. Ian and Celis Chief among them. In fact, the resemblance is enough that I have to wonder if this movie's heroine was inspired by someone from the Grail's litter. The only Spitfire I know from the church is my sister Disciple. But now that you mention it, I can definitely see that happening. But no matter who she might have been modeled after, the energy Judith put into her performance made it really engaging to watch. As a former member of the Grass Litter myself, the movie featured many familiar sights and concepts. Oftentimes, a Dominion will pose as a traveling priest in order to resolve problems en route to their current mission. Among them, there are some who would even put the likes of Barbara and Celis to shame with how rough they can be in forcing open a path. No fooling? Damn. Guess truth really is stranger than fiction. The Immovable and the Chief are here too. Who would have thought we'd be hung up by rainy weather? Two adults on a quiet date? It's like a scene from a movie. Heh, calling it a date is a bit of a stretch. Sounds like things were rough last night. Kincaid filled me in a bit. Last night? They're talking about the group van the others ran into. Elaine's looking into it, but the people we took in don't remember much. At least we were able to confirm their identities. They'll be released as soon as their health improves. However, since some of them have no families or relatives, we're worried that they might get up into more trouble. I've arranged to have the police check on them every once in a while. Is that so? In other words, the CID has got no intention of getting involved. That might be overstating it, but there is a reason the CID doesn't have resources to handle it. Until that reason is taken care of, we've been relying on cooperation from all sides, Marduk and Ikaruga included. We have been increasingly busy helping out since around May. Let me guess, that region is Project Startaker, isn't it? I know you're not going to tell me even if I ask, but why all this effort? Why is the full power of the intelligence agency caught up with sending someone into the atmosphere? Not to mention the Aerospace Force is in charge of the rocket's functions. Even that's well outside the CID's field of expertise. Let's just call it a state secret and move on, yes? I'm sorry about this. For what it's worth, I can't tell you anything despite all you've done to help us. Chief. If you're gonna be so apologetic, then maybe we can cut you some slack. Damn Renee, he just cuts us off and makes no effort to hide the distance he's putting between us. Even back in school, he tried to deal with all the student council problems on his own. Man, are you pounding because your big brother won't play with you? Trust me, he ain't the big bro. I was the one leading him around when we were kids. Whatever you say. Van's childlike side is kind of refreshing, don't you think? The guy's not just following CID policy, he's got orders from the presidential office as well. We can only hope that all of you, Elaine included, can find a way to figure out what's going on. For now, I'd appreciate any information you can't share, Kilika. Even about Walter's movements, the Society's people, or what's going on with the church and this whole pact thing. And something about why the Republic's reaching out to other nations. I suppose I could tell you a little. In exchange for information on the tech union's movements and the policies or the guilds of the guild's HQ in Le Mans, things like that. Damn, Fox. They may look like old friends, but it's clear the Flying Swallow is one step ahead. But they do seem really close, just like Van and his friends. Maybe the situation is completely different from ours. Do they really gotta dangle those juicy hints in front of us when they know we're listening in? Seriously? But I take it you've already heard all about this stuff, haven't you? Nope, sorry. Only a few of us are actually involved.
Time to depart.
Let's do this.
off we go.
Hey there. How's business treating you?
Stop on by and take a look.
Let me ask you something.
All I've got to say is don't underestimate the impact that a vegetable can have. When it comes to taco fillings, you may see folks toss in sliced cabbage or bell peppers or what have you. But generally, compared to the meat, the ingredient selection can end up pretty slapdash. Good point. For some reason, the meat feels more like the star. And there, you see, lies the grave misconception. Getting finicky over a single vegetable can alter a dish's entire profile. Let's demonstrate with these 2 tomatoes here. Compare how they taste for me, Van. Van sampled the 2 tomatoes old man Romaine provided. Well, these couldn't possibly be more different. The first one's sweet and juicy, not a lick of sourness. And the seeds were so small I barely noticed them. It needs more fruit than vegetable at that point. The second one was decently tart and only mildly sweet, but it more than makes up for that with a deep, rich savoriness. It's probably about as close as to ideal as you can get for making a soup or sauce. I see. Though both are technically tomatoes, different varieties of the same vegetable will be suited toward different applications. In other words, you're saying it's important to be particular about when assessing which produce to use. Well, you're halfway there, young lady. True, many vegetables out there were selectively bred for varying purposes, and yes, a discerning eye for them is vital. But the tomatoes I had Van try actually come from the same variety. Direct relatives, you can call them. Are you serious? You just told us they tasted like total opposites. Is there an environment they were growing in that sets them apart then? Bingo! While they share identical origins, these tomatoes are now distinct brands from separate farming communities. Their respective soils each come with their own mineral compositions, cultivation methods, companion plants, and terrestrial heats. So you can see just how much their terrier, or rather the state of the land as a whole, can change how a vegetable turns out. All the more given the diversely abundant climates found across the Jumerian continent. Yet, as far as I'm concerned, vegetables are nothing less than the blessed bounty of nature. All she takes to heart when considering which varieties to buy and where they're sourced. The taste of her tacos will be totally transformed, even if the meat, shell, and sauce stay exactly the same. Well, it's definitely a take Primo might not have factored in, but beyond that, teaching just how much vegetables can affect her flavors open a world of options on how to mix things up. Thanks, Romaine. Lots of food for thought here.
Well, planner launched. Objective set. Check out my selection.
Come on! Let me know if you need anything at all. Come back anytime.
I'd like
Hey,
this.
stop on by. What can I get for you? Thanks a bunch.
Mutton jerky. That doesn't sound very good.
Better not be window shopping. What, done already?
Do you have a moment?
It's excellent food for thought, but I can't do much with that alone. Let's see. Oh, so this is one of those missions where the icons don't show up right away.
Let's hit the road.
But I think... yeah, I figured it would be him.
Candy? So cozy, I might never leave. Pardon me.
Some young lady out there is having taco troubles? Sounds fair ways out of my scope. Hey, you've got your own experience and hardline values as a chef, don't you? I'd wager there's a lesson or two in there that she can learn from. Our client's still only just starting out in this field, so I think some words from a culinary veteran like yourself will resonate with her. At the least, I've never had a slump like hers when it comes to thinking up a new recipe, but I've also never had any doubts of who I am as a chef. If there's one piece of advice I have, is to remember what you started for. When you find yourself hitting a wall, that's your cue to go back to your roots. I've seen plenty of people break out of their ruts by doing just that, as a matter of fact. It's certainly possible that external influence have caused her to deviate from her intended direction. In that sense, returning to her initial perspective may allow her to properly collect her thoughts. It does feel like she's losing her way a few times over. Maybe resetting to square one will just do the trick. Yeah, thanks for the input, Pops. I knew you'd keep it simple and straight shooting. All I do is speak from my own experiences, but if those experiences prove useful to the younger folk, I won't complain. I'll be right back.
What are we waiting for?
Hey there. How's business treating you?
Well, well, well.
Got a question for you.
Yes, this does sound promising. Could you find some more pointers from different angles that might help me think up a wider variety of combinations? Where else?
Let's roll.
Haven't seen you around.
What?
Oh, ho, ho. Come again. Ho, ho, ho. Come again soon.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Idol Group Vega has been garnering much attention for its activities as self-proclaimed cosmic goodwill ambassadors.
Pardon me.
Girls are already set to perform at numerous space programs.
Edmund, what are you doing in a place like this? Oh, if it isn't Agnes, I'm surprised to see you in a place like this. Here because I've been following rumors of authentic North Ambrian cooking, and this is where they led. I see, maybe I shouldn't be surprised. This is perfect timing. Do you mind if we ask you something? I see you're having trouble deciding on a theme of a new dish. Yes, I thought you might be well acquainted with the latest fads in each restaurant, especially since you eat out all over the place. Well, as far as fads go, there's space-themed food wherever you go, as you might expect. Sweets, drinks, lunch sets, if you could think of it, people are eating it. That's right, but ain't that kind of thing temporary? That wouldn't fit with the woman's plan to make her own unique dish, would it? I think it would still work if she approached it from the right angle. If nothing else, a motif or theme would be a good place to start. Creating that kind of ingenuity in a dish is harder than you'd imagine, which makes the individuality of each one stand out even more. In fact, each restaurant I've eaten at has exercised its own creativity to serve unique products. So you're suggesting she show her abilities by using a motif to guide her creative process? Something like that. I think I get what you're saying. Jumping on the bandwagon to destroy a status quo is definitely one way to do it. And you might find an unexpected idea while you're at it. I see, using reference to change your perspective could be helpful. Thank you very much, Edmund. All I did was talk about what I saw on my food tour, but I feel it's good to think my opinions were helpful. Okay, we've heard 3 things that might make for good reference points. Is that enough? I feel like we're still a little short on info. Maybe we can still go on ahead and report back to her. Let's see, where else is there though? I mean, I've already been there, but maybe after I talk to that guy, then other things will show up.
Yay! I get to go shopping with Mommy.
Can I interest you in some space-themed merchandise?
Like speaking
Hey,
of
stop on by!
Thanks for stopping by. What would you like? Please stop by again sometime.
Got something to ask you.
She wants to make a brand new ultimate tacos. What you've told me, it seems like she's affordable, delicious food, right? If that's the case, then she might be interested to hear about Eastern Imperial feasts we have in Eastern cuisine. I think I've heard about this before. The Kowloon Hotel's restaurant used to offer full-course meals inspired by it. It's a dining concept that originated in the Imperial Court. Delicacies from cultures embraced by the East would be served to the Emperor. Exactly. 8 delicacies are selected from across 4 different types of dishes: mountain, sea, land, and air. That is, poultry. Altogether, they were once renowned as the 32 delicacies. Dishes of every kind, huh? That sounds pretty incredible. It's hard to even imagine. That said, it does sound like it would have the sort of impact Primo would be into. Forget about whether or not she'd even be able to prepare that many dishes. Just the concept of combining multiple delicacies sounds like it'd be right up her alley. I'm glad I could be of service. And then...
So, shall we?
Get on it now. Time is money.
Gonna eat something?
Let me ask you something.
Tacos, huh? I'm not too experienced with it, so there's not much I could say. But I assume the dough is just as important for them as for things like noodles, especially soba and bread. Sure, no matter how particular you are about the sauces and other ingredients, it's all pointless without the good dough. But if the dough is good, it'll be delicious even without toppings. Something tells me the woman puts more stock into ingredients and sauces. Then it's possible she doesn't know how to improve the dough. It's not just about improving the quality. One small change in the dough could affect the entire dish. True, even the texture of the soba changes quite a bit based on the ratio of buckwheat and wheat flour, right? Yeah, and there are other variants of soba with shiso or ashitaba kneaded into the dough. Certain breads also combine various types of wheat and grain flours to create unique flavors and aromas. You're right, breads and cookies have completely unique flavors just based on the types of grains they're made with. I heard some bakers even use this to draw interest. Sounds like there should be plenty of room for innovation in tortillas too. In any case, adding a personal touch to dough sounds new and exciting. Might be difficult to prepare, but I don't think she's someone who skips on effort. You've been a big help, thanks. Again, I'm only an amateur, but I'm happy to be of any help. With this much info as our reference points, we're in good shape. I think we can go ahead and report back to Primo.
Gonna eat something?